story.
MSB's Midwest rock and roll has thrilled thousands for 13 years, from those unforgettable stage pass days at the Cleveland Agora to an unprecedented 5-night sold-out stand at the Palace Theater to those 4 hot nights at Blossom Music Center in 1982 in front of 86,000 screaming fans. And now, as we begin 1987, they're saying goodbye. They call these the farewell concerts at the Front Row Theater, and they're breaking their own record. 12 nights, 38,000 people will see them. MSB is Michael Stanley, Bob Palander, Kevin Raleigh, Danny Powers, Michael Gismondi, and Tommy Dobeck. This version very different from when Michael first began. He recorded 2 albums as a solo artist, then formed an acoustic trio with Jonah Coslin and Danny Pecchio. Michael describes their music then as naive.
We were just doing it, you know, by the seat of our pants and having a good time, and hadn't made that commitment yet to the thing that came a few years later of realizing that we were in show business also.
In 1973, they pursued drummer Tommy Dobeck.
When Michael first met me, I was playing in a band called Circus, and he asked me if I'd want to come play with him, and I said, well, you know, I like the music and all, and all of a sudden I just started playing with him, and I never really said, sure, I'll join, and we sort of like, he decided I was going to join, and that was it.
The Michael Stanley Band broke out with You Break It, You Bought It, and then Ladies' Choice.
Those were the hungry years, you know, I mean, that's when we first, but they were the ambitious years, too. I mean, we really believed in each other and in the band, and the more we worked together, the more we saw that, you know, we could make good music, and it was really worth pursuing.
When Bob Palander joined in 1976, the group varied its sound. During the Stage Pass tour, they made a name for themselves across the country. But just as the band was being noticed, Jonah Coslin left.
I was an impulsive youth. I needed to try to get out on my own. I saw the things that Michael was doing as a band leader, and I was curious as to whether I could do similar things with a group of people, because he is such a talented band leader.
Gary Markowski added a touch of madness when he joined on the Cabin Fever album. Then came Greatest Hits, which included the band's first hit single written by Kevin Raleigh.
I don't really know. It was one of the easiest songs I ever wrote. I remember there was no one home at the time. I sat down at the piano and wrote it and thought it was too easy.
Another personnel change came in 1979 when Danny Pecchio left and was replaced by Michael Gismondi.
I've just been really lucky to be a part of this whole thing, and as this is all winding down, it just seems to come more into focus just what a special thing this whole thing was, and I'll really miss it a lot.
Although Danny Powers has been with MSB only 4 years after taking over for Gary Markowski, he's bitter about the breakup.
It's real unfortunate, especially at a time when this kind of music, if you want to call it Midwest industrial rock and roll, this kind of music is really big.
I think the real reason is that for the last 2 years, we haven't had a major label. After having one for 11 years, and I had one for 3 years before that. When you don't have a major label, you can't tour. And if you can't tour, it's real hard to keep a band together.
So many of my friends are musicians, and to see how far we've gotten compared to what the average person gets, and I think it's a real good time to call it quits.
Certain things have gotten a little old, they've gotten a little tired, and I think it's a good time to maybe try something a little different.
There isn't any way around it, and if we got to go out, I want to go out here in town.
I hope it's been as much fun for you as it has been for us. And whatever you do, don't forget about us, because we won't forget about you, I promise you.